I got a mailer and I didn't realize the fairground were in trouble. And so I thought, well, I wanted to be here for my grandkids and for their kids, and it was an important decision to make. And I'd never been on anything like this before. I don't watch city council meetings, and so I thought I should be better informed on what's going on in my own community.
I feel like democracy, it's complicated. I just felt like I shouldn't get involved.
I was involved in politics ever since I was 16 years old, back home in Zimbabwe.
I was worried that it was just a way that the city was using to shine us on, that they're going to listen to us and then choose to do whatever they want anyway.
Seeing just a majority of greatly different people, I expected there to be a lot more pushback on certain things going into this.
It's kind of a microcosm of the big picture of big community, big society, of the world to be in this environment. There's going to be some people that trigger each other. There's going to be some people who process through feeling. You have to learn to have patience and listen, and if you don't have those skills, it can be really taxing. So I just think it's part of community.
But for the most part, it's been a really nice, engaging experience, like meeting people from all walks of life in the community, being able to work together to figure out where our common goals and values are, and from there, over time formulating a plan day by day, bit by bit. It's really satisfying to see it all come to fruition from all of your work.
There was definitely the guiding where we had the beginning was information gathering, and so in different forms as far as presenters, speakers, documents. So through the beginning was definitely information, and it was structured that way. So we did workshops, learning about biases or these kinds of things, but we weren't really expected to have an opinion or necessarily start really working on stuff pretty early on the first few times we met.
The tools we were given to do this process are amazing. We have information from City Council, from initiatives on the table right now, from reports from the fairgrounds to our big giant sticky board, which we love because we can post all of our ideas on there and then get feedback from the other team members.
We got access to information that I wouldn't know how to get otherwise, or that may not be released otherwise. And then there's also been surveys and input from the community that, sitting and talking to your neighbors in a bar isn't the same, right? Meeting out on the street, it's all happenstance, whereas here it's collected information.
Then as the arrows started overlapping, and we were now starting to do the work that was coming out, not just coming in, but working on the outcome of what we were here for.
I really appreciate the process that they went through for that, because it really broke it down, and it made it very we're all people with our own lives and our own opinions, and the way we see things is different, and some of us, I'm sure, came in with preconceived notions. They highly encouraged us not to try to keep an open mind. And I think their approach to try to break down the process into these little bite-sized pieces where you knew what the big picture was. We knew what our deliverable kind of was supposed to look like, but to let us kind of live in the moments and really go, okay, what are we trying to accomplish here? And remind us at each little step that we're just trying to work together to accomplish a common goal at that time, regardless of what our preconceived notions are, but still give us space to express our opinions. Well, it's nice because then you don't have to bottle it up throughout the whole thing. If you feel really strongly about something, you can say it.
So to in the process of coming out with big concepts and then nailing things down, into actual uses and options and things. It's been a good exercise. And again, you know, I haven't felt like it's washed out any of the things I think are important.
My favorite part of this process thus far has been figuring out the principles and then working on the options to that principle and watching how we as a group are defining it, like whittling it away every day a little more. That has to be my most favorite part.
I know I said it once in a large group meeting, right? Part of our job is to dream. And as a whole, I think we've been pretty good at that. And now we're narrowing it down to how those dreams fit together.
First thing is, you have 36 people, different backgrounds. Most of them we didn't know each other, and were able to work together.
I like the process. It has worked out. And I don't think anybody has lost their feeling that they have a say, you know?
I think my favorite part of this process so far is the ability for everyone to speak and voice their opinion, and the ability for everyone in this panel together to accept that everyone's visions are different.
I am a big fan of healthy democracy because I did not come in here with any kind of political background or understanding the language, and they have 100% supported every single person here with a great attitude.
It's a great process for democracy. I hope that there's many more things are resolved or decided through this process. Ultimately, I think no matter what happens, I feel like the public, the community will feel that they had an avenue for their feelings and thoughts, no matter how minor, from, you know, a ginormous expo hall to a butterfly garden, were represented and heard in this process.
Just with politics the way it is, where they don't seem to want to communicate at all. And I think this is the perfect way to get politics not so political.
The group is not necessarily the same people that seek out city government to be involved in things. And so I like that. I don't think anybody on this panel will not participate in another community thing ever. You know, like, everybody is more likely to participate.
We're more invested.
And more invested, in the community. And if that continues to happen, like, what community improvements will we see? You know, like, if citizens actually are engaged.